Syntax errors. That's what we're going to investigate in this video. I'm going to go to the code. I can do that by right-clicking and saying Open Editor, and it opens another window that I can use, or I can double-click on the code, and it will also open up the classes. Notice the classes are toggled here at the top, which is kind of nice for accessing some of that code. A syntax error is when we make a mistake in the syntax of the particular language. So for example, in Java, if I miss a semicolon there, it tells me semicolon expected. It tried to compile and then it's telling me that there's an error. So these red marks are telling me that there's errors. If I put the semicolon back in and I compile, then we are good to go. Another error that often happens is we miss a semicolon somewhere. So I'm going to just we miss a parentheses. I'm going to delete a parentheses here and see what kind of error messages that we get. And there's all kinds of things that pop up. It doesn't know what to do. It says illegal start of type on this particular error. It says over here that an identifier is expected. An identifier is the name of a variable or a method. It says here that it is illegal start of type. It doesn't know what is missing. It cannot find the error. So this one's a little bit more cryptic. So you want to be careful when you are writing code that you have your beginning and ending parens as well as beginning and ending curly braces. If I go all the way down to the end of the code and I've deleted a curly brace. So first of all, let's put that back in and take a look at the color. You can see how the color here shows me that that code has been properly closed off. That code block has been properly closed off. But if I delete that curly brace, then it doesn't show the code block being closed off. And if I try to compile, I get an error that says reached into file while parsing. Very, very common error in this environment. And what that means is you have a code block that hasn't been closed off. So I put in another curly brace and then I'm good to go. If I were to remove the curly brace on a decision statement here, for example, and try to compile, it is the same error message. And then our screen went kind of wacko. It kind of does that sometimes in this version of Greenfoot. And so I need to find a curly brace that I need to close off. And so I'm going to close that back off. We should be good to go, and it compiles. Syntax errors in the Greenfoot environment. You have seen 3 different types.